Welcome to another video installation guide provided by Advanced Sport Touring. Today we're going to be installing 2-inch riser blocks on Kawasaki Concours 14. This particular model is a 2011. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create slack with our lines. So just follow these group of hoses and tubes down about 1.5 feet. And what you're going to be looking for, depending on the year of your bike, is you want to see if you have a clamp like this that's holding your wires together to the triple trees. On later models, they don't have these, and on even later models, they only have them on one side. You may encounter a wire loop that's holding the wires, and you can easily just pull them out of it. On this particular type of clamp, it's a little more difficult. It has jaws on both sides going in different directions. The easiest way I've found to open this clamp is to put a small flathead screwdriver on one side between the teeth and then pull up on the other side. And then it opens up and you can release your wires. After that, you're going to gently and carefully pull up on them to create slack. That'll give us the necessary height so that we can put the riser block underneath the handlebars. Once you've done that, depending on the year of your bike, you're going to need to detach your junction blocks. That's these large black rectangular blocks. On this particular bike, they have them on both sides, but on later models, they have just a small flat tab on the one side. Either way, you're going to need to detach them. Some bikes use a 4mm hex to take out the bolt, and on some bikes, you need a 10mm socket or open-end wrench. We're going to go ahead and remove that. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Take the bolt out, you will be reusing it. Now you're going to want to remove these 3 bolts. This requires a 6mm hex. If you have bolt caps, the small flat black plastic pieces that go over the bolts, best tool to take those off is going to be a small flathead screwdriver. Just gently put it underneath and pop them off. Try not to damage the finish around the edges. Loosen all 3 and then remove them. Set these aside, we will not be reusing them. When you're taking out the last bolt, support it with either your hand or your chest. And set it to the side. Next, we're going to put the riser block into position. You'll notice in the kit that the 2 riser blocks look identical. The difference between the 2 is the location of the small threaded hole. If you were to put it this way, it would be incorrect because you want this threaded hole near the top. Put that into position above the holes. Put the handlebar on top. Put all 3 of the bolts through. We'll worry about getting them into the hole after we're done doing this. Once all 3 bolts are in, you can move it around until the bolts fall into the holes. The torque specs are in the written instructions. Next, we want to attach our junction block, or if you only have 1 tab, then you can do that as well. Use the bolt that you took out originally, put it through the hole, and tighten it. If you have bolt caps, you can go ahead and reattach those. And that concludes our installation.